Hi everyone, welcome back. My name's Diana, aka Bookish Di, and we are in the final stretch for the Women's World Cup group preview / author pairing series that I've been running. So today we are talking about Group D. So Group D is comprised of England, Scotland, Argentina, and Japan. This is going to be a really tough group, and so I'm really interested to see who ends up shaking out to be the top two, and if any of the remaining two teams manage to grab one of the final spots into the round of 16. So at the top of the group is England. England is currently ranked third in the world. I would say, although they did lose their final warm-up match to New Zealand, I would say they're still considered one of the favorites to win. They have a very talented group of players. They previously were third in the 2015 Women's World Cup in Canada, which was their highest their highest finish in an international competition. They did go out in the semifinals in the 2017 Euros. There wasn't a third place match like there is with the Women's World Cup. England has changed how they've been doing their pro leagues recently, but they do have some fairly well-established teams such as Chelsea, Arsenal, and Man City has really started racking up wins since their inception. So some players to watch from England. So we have Nikita Parris. She's a forward. She was with Manchester City, but she recently announced she's leaving the club. I don't know which club she's going to be signing with. I think I heard rumors about her going to Olympique Lyonnais, which would make that team even more stacked than it already is. Other players to watch include Jodie Taylor. She's a forward. She currently plays for the Seattle Reign. And you have Lucy Bronze, who is a defender. She's really good. She currently plays for Lyon, and she really started making a name for herself with the 2015 World Cup. So the author pair for England is Zen Cho. Zen Cho is a Malaysian English fantasy author. Books of hers include Sorcerer to the Crown, which I adored. The True Queen just came out. She has a novella coming out soon from Tor.com. And she's also published the short story collection Spirits Abroad. I really like her writing. And if you haven't had a chance to check out her books or her stories, I highly recommend you do so. Next in the group is Scotland. So this is Scotland's first Women's World Cup. Some Scottish players were on Team Great Britain in the 2012 Olympics, but this is Scotland's first major second major international tournament. Their first major international tournament was the 2017 Euros. So Scotland has really been trying to make a name for themselves in women's football or women's soccer. They have a lot of really talented players. Those include Kim Little, who is just a wizard. Like, I can't think of a better word to describe how she plays. She's just phenomenal to watch. She currently plays for Arsenal in England. You have Jane Ross. Scotland does have some good players. Like I said, they are in a really tough group, so it'll be interesting to see how they do and if they can get any points from the other teams. So the author paired for Scotland is Kirsty Logan. She is a Scottish fantasy author. Her two published novels are The Grace Keepers and a prequel novel called The Gloaming. I think some of my friends have read The Grace Keepers and liked it. So it's on my list of authors and books to eventually get to once I finish all of those behind me and off screen. Third in this group is Argentina. So Argentina is currently ranked 37th in the world. So Argentina is one of those teams that I've mentioned previously that's really suffered because their federation just hasn't invested in them. Argentina was inactive for a number of years to the point where they weren't on the FIFA ranking just because they weren't playing games. The federation wasn't booking friendlies for them. So there's been a push by the players to get for more investment from the federation, as well as ensuring that the players in Argentina are treated like pro players instead of amateurs by the teams within the country. So this is going to be Argentina's third World Cup. They got in via a playoff versus Panama. Argentina had placed third in the Copa America Femenino. And so because of that, they had to do the playoff game or the playoff series versus Panama to see who would get the final slot. So some players to watch from Argentina. Estefania Benini currently plays in Spain. She used to play for the Washington Spirit. She doesn't anymore. I'm sad. She was a really fun player to watch. She's the captain. She's absolutely phenomenal. She plays very, very well and very stylishly. And I'm hoping that her being in this tournament will help her break out even more because she's just absolutely a joy to watch. Another player includes Florencia Soledad James. And so one of the players that I initially put on my list of players to watch, Macarena Sanchez, isn't on the roster, which is unfortunate, but she's one of the players who in Argentina who's been pushing for pro status. If you want more information about Argentina, I encourage you to follow Brenda Elsey. She is a professor at Hofstra University, one of the co-hosts of Burn It All Down, and is really knowledgeable about what's happening with women's soccer within South America. So the author paired with Argentina is Pola Oloixarac. She's a rising Argentine speculative fiction author. Several of her books have been translated into English, including her recent book, Dark Constellations, which came out earlier this year. Finally, rounding out the group, we have Japan. Japan is currently ranked 7th in the world. They've been undergoing roster change since the 2015 World Cup. So a lot of players like Naho Kawasumi, like Homorisawa have retired from the national team, and a lot of younger players are taking up the spot or are moving into the national team. And there's also a new coach who has a different style of play than the previous coach. So Japan previously won the 2011 World Cup, and they were the runner-ups in the 2015 World Cup, as well as silver medalists in the 2012 Olympics. They did not qualify for Rio, however, for the 2016 Olympics. So some players to watch. Mana Iwabuchi is one of the older players on this Japanese team, along with Rumi Otsugi. And the author that I'm pairing with Japan is Hiromu Arakawa. She is most well known for being the writer and artist of Full Metal Alchemist, which is one of my favorite series. I think it's just absolutely phenomenal storytelling. The art is great. I think it's one of the best long form stories that I've ever read, and I really loved Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is the second anime adaptation from that series. She's also written Silver Spoon, which is more of a slice of life series, and she has some other stuff going on right now. But if you haven't read Full Metal Alchemist, I highly recommend you do so. So that's it for Group D. Like I said, it's a very talented group. It's going to be interesting to see how the points shake out and if there's going to be any surprises coming out of this group. So are there any teams in Group D that you're rooting for, any authors that I've talked about that are of interest to you, or you've read them before and have thoughts on them? Please let me know in the comments. Tomorrow we're going to be continuing with the second to last video. talking about Group E. So I will see you then. Thank you so much for watching. If you like, please subscribe. All right, bye.